Hi, and welcome to episode 2 of the Woolly Treasures podcast. Hi, and welcome back to Woolly Treasures. I'm Alison, and you can find me on Instagram as Alison's Vintage Makes for my vintage knits and Woolly Treasures for all the other knitting projects that I like to do. If you're a returning viewer, thanks for coming back, and if you're new, welcome. I hope you enjoy the next few minutes of me chatting about all my knitting and crochet projects. Okay, so today I actually have 3 finished knitting projects to show you, although one's actually knitting and crochet together, and a few whips. I've got quite a few whips on the go, but we'll discuss that later. So if you saw the last podcast, then you would have heard me talking about this, the Nancy jumper, which I have finally finished, and I must say it's a great fit. I like everything about this. I spoke to you last time more about how it was knitted and what I used, so I won't go into that again. Yeah, so I'll put a video up of me showing it off to its full potential. But considering, I mean, when I was making it, I thought, oh, I don't know if these sleeves are going to fit, or even if it would fit me, because I've put on some weight due to lack of mobility recently. But actually, no, it fits like a dream. This is the size, it's the size 38 that I did, and I'm already thinking about other colours to do this in for later in the year. So yeah, this, I can't recommend this enough. Knitting for Victory on Instagram. I'll put her details down below. If I can work out how to do links this time, I'll put a link in the description. But yeah, so that is my first completed knit. Yeah, it's really, really good. So, second finished knit, and I have come prepared today with some notes, trying to not talk ahead like a steam train. It's nerves. I'm still really nervous, and I'm only talking to myself so far, so what am I nervous for? Anyway, the second finished knit. This is a really cool one for Halloween, and I was asked if I'd like to do test knitting for Killikitch, or actually lovely Lizzie put out a call for anybody who'd like to do some test knitting, and of course I jumped at the chance, and it was for this ghostly vest which I've made here. It's made in worsted or double knit yarn, and it comes in sizes 32 to 56, and it's a brilliant pattern. I mean, she's thought of everything on this pattern. It's 2 charts. You get the ghostly, and you also get pumpkin face, and I'll put a picture up of me wearing it again so you can see what it looks like on. But yeah, it was fantastic to make, and I'm definitely going to be wearing this for Halloween, and we'll be doing one of the others, the pumpkin faces, as well for next year. I've seen that other lovely knitters on Instagram, they've done it in different colours, and it looks amazing. In fact, I think I wouldn't mind having a blue, doing it in blue or a pink next. But yeah, that's definitely worth looking at for the pattern. I'll put a link below again if I can work out how to do links, because this is all new to me. If you haven't noticed, you might have, there might have been a few clues, especially with the editing. If I suddenly sort of jump, it's where I'm not very graceful with the cutting of the editing of these, but that's okay, because it's fun, and I'm learning on the job. But yeah, so that was my second finished knit. My third finished knit / crochet was a commission for one of my graduation bears. I forgot what they were called then. Graduation bears. Now this is a not from a pattern. I make them up as I go along. The actual bear is crocheted in an eyelash yarn, and I use it combined with a double knit yarn at the same time, so I can see where the stitches are when I'm crocheting. But yeah, he hasn't got a name yet, but there he is with his cape and his mortarboard. So I don't know how tall he is actually. I have got measuring tape somewhere, but yeah, he's quite big. The rough pattern that I sort of made about 2005, 2006 was, I used to make miniature like 2-inch bears. So yeah, I've adapted it from like a 2-inch bear to a about 10 inch, 11 inches. But yeah, his legs are thread jointed, as are his arms, so he's movable. The head with the miniature bears, I usually joint the head as well, so the head's are movable, but with the larger bears I don't tend to do that. Yeah, so yeah, 3 finished knits. I think the last video was about 3 weeks ago, so yeah, I've been productive, been quite busy. And I think I need to be, because after looking at the last video, it made me have a think, what have I actually got that I haven't finished that I need to finish? So I got a pad and a pen and jotted down everything that I could remember where it was. I'm sorry, this is annoying me. I've sat down, I've got a big cushion behind me. Let's get rid of the cushion, because it's pulling my poor jumper this way and that, and there we go. Lovely. Okay, get sorted. Sorry if the lighting in this is not great. It's just gone 4 here, because that's how long it's taken me to get the nerve to sit in front of the camera. And it's well, it's just a normal October. It's a bit gloomy out there.
The average temperature in Norman in October for a typical day ranges from a high of 66 degrees Fahrenheit.
I don't know if you can hear that, but Alexa's suddenly decided to give me a weather forecast.
7 degrees Celsius.
Thank you. Alexa, stop. Lovely. She's my sidekick. She wants to get in on the action. Do some knitting. You can show us your knitting next week. Right, so yeah, so I thought, right, what have I've lost my thread of thought now, but I'm gonna carry on like a professional. Bear with me. I've got to give time for my brain, my menopause brain, to catch up with my mouth. Yes, my whips. Right, so pen and paper, I sat down and I thought, right, of all the bits that I've started and finished that I actually can remember where they are, what have I done? Or what have I got? Okay, well, before I finished 2 that I've just shown you, the tally was at 31 projects. So that's now down to 29. But my project list actually consists of 3 blankets, 9 baby outfits, 1 elephant head, 1 tiger rug, 1 bag, daisy bag, very pretty. I'll show you that in another video. 8 jumpers, 1 pair of gloves, which I'll be showing you later, 3 Christmas makes, and 2 tea cosies. Some further along than others, but all in bags and hidden in cupboards and in drawers. So yeah, so my goal now for the rest of this year and probably half of next year is to get through my 29 whips. Let's see if I can finish them. And I'm not going to start anything new now and until I've got at least, what should we say, Now, see, I'm going to say something now and then I'm going to regret it, aren't I? Okay, what do we think is feasible? I won't start anything new until I've done at least 3 finished items. So for the next video, it'll be 3 finished items. What would that take us down to? That will take us down to 26 whips, which is still a lot. But yeah. Oh, hello. Ossie's making her appearance. My dog Ossie. You going to say hello? Say hello. It's all right, look. Oh, hello. Shame you can't knit. You could help me with all these projects I've got half done. You're going to sit on my lap while I'm talking. Okay. So, yeah, 29. I was really, and I think there's more than that, but they're the only ones that I can actually go to if I need to, because I think, oh, I know at least what part of the room. I've got them stashed in every room in the house. I think the bathroom and the downstairs toilet are the only rooms that I haven't got projects hidden in. Terrible, isn't it? But anyway, yeah, so 29. So I'm going to show you 5 today, which Ossie, my darling, is sat on my lap. I can't reach. Okay. So, well, the first one, it's not actually the whole thing I'm going to show you, because again, I did talk quite a bit about it in my last video, and this is probably the next one I'm going to complete because it's practically done. But I think when I spoke to you in the last video, I was telling you about the collar I was doing for the pink cardigan, which I have now finished and brushed, so it looks it's nice and fluffy. It actually looks fluffier than that in real life than it's coming out in the camera, but yeah, so that will go on to the I know I don't need to show you what the collar looks like, but gives me something to do with my hands. Right, so yeah, that would be the collar. I should have had the cardigan here, but that's still in bits, so I'll sew that up, and hopefully I'll be wearing that in the next video, or we want to know why. So the actual cardigan itself, as I've already told you in the previous video, was done in double knit, and the collar I've done in an alpaca. He's off, he's had enough. He's heard all this before. In drops alpaca silk, and then I've brushed it up, and yeah, that's hopefully going to look really, really good. I will show you, even if it doesn't, I'll show you in the next video. So that's one work in progress. The next one is another one I also spoke about in the last video, and is one that I'm hopefully going to be wearing on the 1st of December, because I finally got the date for the operation of my new hip, or my second new hip. Had the right one done in March, and now the left one is finally going to get replaced, which yeah, I mean, I'm not thrilled about having to have an operation, but it will mean I'll be able to, once I'm finally fit, I'll be able to move around again, which is great. So yeah, so the bed jacket. So again, I won't bore you senseless, but in the last video I said about wanting to make a bed jacket. I'll put a picture of the pattern there, and I think when I spoke to you last, I was just finishing the broken rib at the bottom. Yeah, quite a lot of it. Wasn't highly amused with that, and it was on a 2.25mm needle, which is a UK 13 in old money, and then it went up to size 7 needles, and I think they say to you to use naught English needles. It's all right, I've just realised where I've joined some wool. Let's pull it through that side so you don't see it. There we go. Yeah, so boy did this cause me a lot of problems. And you'll laugh when I tell you what the actual pattern is, because it's just ridiculous. So you increase to 98 stitches, change from 2.25 to the size 7mm needles, and then every row of the pattern is yarn forward 2 together. That's it. Yarn forward 2 together every row. Simple, isn't it? Simple. 6 times I had to frog this. 6 times. I couldn't get it right. I don't know what I was doing wrong. Well, I do. I think the problem I was having was with the 4-ply, where I was yarning forward and knitting 2 together. When I was coming back the next row, I was accidentally knitting 2 together that I shouldn't have been knitting 2 together, if that makes sense. So I was ending up with all different numbers left on my needles. And also, when I first did it, it was really, I think I was just doing it too loose. I was so happy to be off of the 2.25mm needles and onto these. I just went a bit crazy. But now I've got the tension, I think, sorted out. I don't know if you can see that. Although it's yeah, I don't know what you'd call that. I don't know if there's a name for just doing that. You know, like you've got ribbon and stocking stitch. It's almost like a net, but there is an actual pattern to it, and I think it will look quite nice. So this is the one side, and then you just go up. I've just started decreasing there for the shoulders, and then what you do is, once you've done it, you actually turn this over, and it gives you a little bit of a collar that goes round. So yeah, so I want this for when I go into hospital for my operation, which is the 1st of December. So at the time of recording this, that gives me 27 days. 27 days. I should be able to do it. The only shock I had was I didn't realise the back is done on I think it's size 11, which is a 3mm needle, and it's all rib. So the back and the sleeves, and it's long sleeves as well. No, sorry, that's wrong. The back is rib. The back is entirely rib. The sleeves are the same as this, the lacy pattern. So yeah, so that's as far as I've got with that, and it will knit up pretty quick if I don't have to keep frogging it. So I need to, once I think now I've actually got into a, what do you call it with it? Not a routine. What do I mean? I've got into step with the pattern. So I think I'll be all right now. Yeah, watch this space. We'll see how much I've had to undo when I speak to you guys again. But that's lovely. And I mentioned before, the wool is from the lovely Auntie Doreen, that gave me loads of her double knit yarn. So beautiful colour. I'm going to have loads left over. So, but I don't think I'll be knitting another one of these. Okay, so that's 2 whips. Hi. Okay, whip number 3. Sorry, I had to stop recording. Suddenly realised I didn't have my microphone on, so I hope you've all been able to hear what I've been jabbering on about. If not, don't worry, I'll put subtitles on the bottom. Oh, and just in case my daughter or son-in-law are watching this, you might want to turn away, and I'll tell you when you can turn back round again, because this is actually your Christmas present this year. I know you know, because I asked you if you wanted it, but you know, if you don't want to actually see how far I've got. So this is oh, I've forgotten what it's called. It's the Snowflake Sampler Blanket by Kerry Jane Designs. Again, a picture of pattern, just link or a thingy in description. This is done in chunky yarn. Can't remember if I had this as my acquisitions in the last video. I don't think I did. But it's the King Cole Big Value in cream, and yeah, I mean, I'm so pleased with this. Can you see? Oh, hello. It knits super fast. I mean, it's chunky, and it's done on. Now I just had the needle. Where is it? I'm sitting on it. It is done in a. Now I can't read it. Talk amongst yourselves for a moment. I'll be back in a minute. It is done on 5.5 and 5mm crochet hooks. I know you won't be able to read the. And you know what a crochet hook looks like, but I just like doing that. Or what is it they do? They go. I think I need a cup of coffee, or maybe I've had too many. So yeah, this is the Snowflake Sampler blanket, and as you can see, I'm just finishing the top of the first set of snowflakes. This is going to be really lovely and cuddly. I'm going to have to do more of these. I think I need one for myself. I'm not very great. Look, you can now. I'm fessing up here, but I'm not very great at crocheting in a straight line. But I'm getting better, and I think it's edged anyway, so that should hide that. I mean, with the bears. Oh look, bless him! You can just about see his head. Hello. With the bears in the circle, I can do that fine, I think. But yeah, that's why I don't really crochet jumpers for myself, because I don't think I'm accurate enough. But for a blanket, I think that looks okay. It's done with the bobbles. I have actually had to frog this a few times as I'm doing the snowflake bobbles, and keep going to make sure it's all in line, sort of all the bobbles come into line. Again, I think that's where my straight crocheting is not up to scratch. But yeah, I think I'm getting better as I'm going along. Sorry, I'm going to have to pause. That's Alexa telling me that my slow cooker needs attention. Right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Yes, we're having fajita chicken in the slow cooker for dinner this evening. Hubby did all the prep work. He's gone to watch football, so he did all that this morning. And my one job was to add some final ingredients and put the grated cheese on the top, which I've just done. So yeah, that should be good. Right, now you know what I'm having for my tea. Yeah, so that was, I believe, that was whip number 3. Whip number 4 is another one with a time limit on. So I've got the bed jacket that needs to be done by the 1st of December. Obviously the Christmas blanket is a present, and that needs to be done by Christmas. And the cable sweater, which I showed in the introduction video, highly embarrassing, that I did. Not the jumper, just me on the video was embarrassing. But yeah, so the cable jumper, which I think is a 50s pattern, which I got from Etsy, and I'll put the seller down below and the picture to the side. And I think I'm almost ready to start decreasing for the arms. So this is for a trip to Bath, because I'm going with some friends to stay for a couple of days to watch the Fast Show. We're not going to watch them for 2 days. We're only for the one night, but we thought we'd make a bit of a weekend of it. So we're going to stay the second night. Excuse me, I don't know if you can hear padding around, but Ossie's decided he wants some help getting back onto the settee. I will pause. We will get to the end of this, I promise. Right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Okay, yeah, so cable sweater. Now, I've actually forgotten to bring over with me a whole ball of wool. Just having a quick look. I can excuse the top of my head. By the way, do you like my hair? I dyed it yesterday. It's a new colour for me. I normally buy the box colours, and my daughter said no, don't do that. So she works in a like a hair. Do you know? I don't know what it's called. Like a wholesalers for beauty and hair products. So she said to me, right, no, you can do this, Mum. You buy the individual things, mix it up yourself. And so I did. I was brave, and I'm really impressed with the colour. Anyway, I can see the wall. It's right over there, right just beyond my reach. So I'll put a picture up of it. But it's the Stylecraft Fusion Chunky. That's the wall. It's really pretty. It's got like it's not showing up very well, but it's got a very slight fleck in it. So yeah, so this is for 14th of November. So I think I've got just under 4 weeks to get this finished, and that's as far as I've got. So yeah, watch this space. I need to knuckle down. So I think this is priority, and then the bed jacket. Although, as I said in the last video, with the bed jacket, it's only me and my husband and maybe the nurse that's going to see it. But yeah, I'll take some pictures. Right, so I've whizzed through that, haven't I? So that's 1, 2, 3. Is that number 4 whip? So that's another jacket, jumper for me, which is going to keep me nice and toasty in November. Right, now, the next whip, believe it or not, I started 7 years ago. And I don't know why I never finished it, because all apart from a tiny little frog, all the parts are knitted. And it's a tea cosy by Alan Dart. It's a Halloween tea cosy. I've got to finish that, haven't I? So that's what are we now? 2 weeks away from Halloween. So she's going to be finished. I don't know how, and I don't know when, but she's going to be finished. But she's quite cute. So she's got I don't know if you can tell from that. That's a little cat that will go on the bottom of the tea cosy, and she's got a book of spells there. And as I said, there's a frog as well, which I haven't done the frog. And when I had a look at the pattern, I haven't got the rest of the pattern. I've only got one page. So somewhere is the rest of this pattern. I'll put a picture of the, because the bit that's missing is the final bit with the sewing up and the frog bit on it, and also the picture of the whole thing. So I will go looking for that later, and I'll stick the picture on there. But yeah, I mean, I love doing these knits. I've got a thing for tea cosies, which is really weird because I don't drink tea. Well, I drink herbal tea. I suppose that counts. And I was thinking the other day, because I used to have a lovely coffee pot, because I'm a coffeeaholic. First thing in the morning, I can't get going unless I've had at least 1 cup of coffee. And I had a ceramic coffee pot, white one. It was really nice, and it got broken. But I was thinking about it when I found this and thinking, oh, you know, you don't drink tea, blah blah blah. There's nothing stopping me putting coffee in a teapot, is there? Unless the tea police are going to come knocking on the door, but we just won't tell them, will we? But yeah, so anyway, that is the Witch teapot. It's all done in double knit or worsted yarn. Don't know if you can, how close you can see. She's a bit forlorn because she's been stuffed in a bag for 7 years. I suppose all that considered, she's not doing too bad, is she? We will get her sorted. We will get her done for Halloween this year, and I will drink coffee from a teapot. Yes, that's what I'm going to do. So 3mm needles, double knit yarn. Can sometimes be a little fiddly with all the sewing up of all the little, like the little buckles and things, but well worth the effort because I think all of his patterns are absolutely amazing. I've just seen her hair. I think I've put her hair on wonky. We're going to have to give her a little bit of a makeover. So yeah, so that is nearly all of my whips. I've got one left. So let's put her away. And hope I don't lose her for another 7 years. Well, I didn't lose her. I knew she was there. I think what it was, I kept thinking, oh, it's for Halloween. I've got ages. And then all of a sudden it's like 2 days before Halloween. And I think, oh, well, it's a bit late now to finish it. So we will finish that this week. We're going to finish that. Ossie, you can take care of her for me. Oh, yeah. So, timeline. So I've got a week to finish the tea cosy. I've got 4 weeks to finish the cable jumper. I've got 27 days to finish the bed jacket, and I've got until Christmas to finish the blanket. Okay, it's good to have a plan. We'll see if I stick to it. The last whip I've got is a Christmas make, and unfortunately I'll have to put the name of the designer on there. It's one I bought from Etsy. I don't know how. I'll put the picture up so you can see what it's supposed to look like because it's all a bit floppy, but it's a basket. It's a basket, so which will look obviously better than that. Now in the pattern it calls for in between you have the lining, and then in between it says to use plastic canvas. So I suppose you cut it out, you cut the long strip to go round the there, and then the circle bit to hold that all together. Now I'm not going to do that for this because it's only for me. If I do end up making them to sell, then yeah, I'll probably, you know, look into that and get it all done properly. But because it's only for me, I'm just going to do some strips of cardboard and glue them together to do that. So that will be the basket. Then you have all of these little crochet sweets which go along the outside, as you can see, and then the 3 gingerbread. And I thought that would look quite cute for Christmas on the coffee table with all my menopause brain again, can't think what Quality Street, that's what I'm trying to think of, or celebrations. Other Christmas chocolates are available. Yeah, so yeah, that's my final work in progress. I think there were 5 there. Oh no, it's not, because I was going to show you my my gloves. I haven't shown you my gloves. Okay, right, so that's not the final. There's more. And if you stayed this long in the video, then thank you. It's appreciated. Right, I'm going to stop the video because again I've put the gloves way over here. I'll get those and I'll be back in a moment. Hello. Oh, is the microphone on first? Can you hear me? Right, I'm back. Okay, now these are another purchase from Etsy. Surprise, surprise. And again, wool donated by Auntie Doreen. So thank you, Auntie Doreen. Beautiful colour this. I was actually going to use this originally to make myself a jumper, and I've probably still got enough to do that as well, like a tee rather than a proper jumper. But I don't know. This is going to be a picture coming up. It's a gloves and turban set, which I thought would be nice for the winter. 1940s pattern. And where are the bobbles? It's got, I don't know, can you see? It's got some little bobble decorations. It's absolutely tiny. It's done on size 12 needles, which I think is a, is that a 2mm? And a little frill on the bottom. Really cute. So I think this is the V, the increasing for the thumb. So it'll sort of look like that, but a lot better, hopefully, when it's finished. But yeah, this is really nice. It's just rib. It's not 2x2, is it? It's a sort of rib. Knit 1, purl 3, I think, which gives like a ribbing effect. And then yeah, and some little bobbles that show up on the front here. And then the turban is all ribbed. I haven't been out wearing a turban as yet. I've got loads of hats. I love the idea of the romantic look of wearing hats, and then I get to the front door and think I'm not brave enough. I don't know why, because they look beautiful. So yeah, gloves and turban for me this year. And now I'm not going to put myself under any pressure to making these. So I mean, it might be March by the time I finish, but I will do them because I think they're really pretty. They're very delicate. Actually, the colour's coming out quite blue, but it's not. It's more of a teal. It's like a tealy green. I suppose from the further away I come, the more it looks a truer colour. But yeah, really pretty. I'm not sure what the wool is. I think it might actually be proper wool. There is a way, isn't there? Excuse me, scratching my nose. There is a way of testing yarn, isn't there, to find out what fibres it is. So I'll look into that, and I'll have a go. And when you next see these gloves, hopefully it'll be a whole glove, I'll tell you what I found out about the wool. So that's it for my whips, and surprisingly I actually don't have any acquisitions to show you this time round, which isn't really true. I have bought a couple of patterns because why not? I've been let loose on Etsy again, so I'll put those there for you. But I think this is time to say goodbye. So thank you so much for watching. I hope some of it has been interesting for you. If nothing else, tune in again next time to see if I've got any of these whips done. Only 29, that's a lot, isn't it? I think that's a heck of a lot, but we can do it. When I say we, I mean me, but yeah, no, we can do it. I can do it, yes. Okay. Lovely. Thank you so much for staying tuned. If you've got this far, you deserve a medal, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Happy knitting. Bye. Right, so that is the end of my whips that I've got. Let's start again. So that's it for the whips that I've got to show you this time round. I thought if I kept it to ones that I know I've got to finish, there's more chance when I come back to do this again of having something finished. So that is where we are with that. I do not know what I'm talking about.